close is he to a title shot in sharing the ring with Bud Crawford?
I don't know. But Vergil, he's right there. He's right there. He's been proven that he belongs with the top fighters in the division. And, who knows? A couple of fights or next fight or whatever the case may be. He might be sharing the ring with Terence Crawford. You never know.
Beat Canelo, the face of boxing, so that makes Canelo, that makes Crawford the face of boxing at the moment. And he earned the right to fight whoever he want to fight.
Terence, if you come to 154, is there a chance? Was that the conversation you had?
Basically, I just said, hey, are you going to defend it? And he said, no, that's my last fight at the Canelo. I'm like, okay.
Terence Crawford responded to Vergil Ortiz's call-out with respect, acknowledging Ortiz as a talented and determined fighter who's consistently proving his worth. Crawford praised Ortiz's growth and potential to compete among the elite. When questioned about accepting the challenge, Crawford remained composed, suggesting that only time will reveal what happens next.
Message now to Terence Crawford.
I'm here whenever. I'm ready to fight whenever. I'm here to fight anybody. I don't care if it's Crawford, Spence.
Vergil Ortiz called out Terence Crawford, declaring his ambition to face the sport's top fighters. He said challenges like Crawford drive him to improve and prove himself among boxing's elite. Confident in his strength and progress at 154 pounds, Ortiz made it clear he's ready for the biggest names next.
Look, I'm here to fight the best. I don't care who it is. It could be Hoops next, it could be Spence next, it could be Crawford next, if he's still willing to do it. That's a fight that I've been calling for a while. I think that's a great fight to make happen still. And we're just going to keep doing what I think.
Vergil Ortiz spoke with unwavering confidence, declaring that even if Terence Crawford were still in his absolute prime, he could defeat him. Ortiz explained that he studies every detail of Crawford's style and deeply respects his accomplishments, but he firmly believes in his own power, speed, and timing. To Ortiz, confidence isn't arrogance. It's the result of years of relentless work, especially since moving up in weight. His bold remarks have drawn attention because Crawford's dominance across multiple divisions has earned him one of the highest pound-for-pound rankings in the sport. Still, Ortiz refuses to see Crawford as unbeatable, insisting he can exploit openings others have overlooked. His statement has ignited intense debate among fans and analysts about whether the young contender truly possesses the experience and ring IQ to challenge a proven champion like Crawford.
5 fighters that you would like to fight coming up.
So we got Tim Tszyu, we got Crawford, Spence, or I guess you can say the winner of Spence or Fundora. Charlo's a good one. Who else we got at 54?
You want to fight Terence Crawford right now?
I would love to fight him, man. I think he's like probably the #1 pound for pound fighter right now.
Do you think he's out of his peak?
No.
Or is he in his peak now?
I think he's in his peak.
And you're saying you could be the peak prime Terence Crawford?
I'm saying I believe that I can.
I respect it 100%.
I believe that I can. No, I respect him as a fighter though. That's the thing. When I want to fight people, it doesn't mean that, oh, I don't like you. Like, let's get it on. It's more like I respect your skills and I want to see if I can beat you.
After Vergil Ortiz's victory over Israil Madrimov, fans immediately began comparing his performance to Terence Crawford's previous bout with the same opponent. Crawford responded directly to those comparisons, noting that while Ortiz secured the win, he didn't appear dominant. He pointed out that Madrimov looked less sharp and not as well conditioned as he was during their own fight. In Crawford's view, Madrimov wasn't at his peak that night, meaning Ortiz's performance didn't necessarily prove how he'd fare against an elite fighter like himself. Crawford's response was composed yet confident, subtly reinforcing his belief that he operates on a higher level. Many fans saw his remarks as a reminder that experience and ring IQ separate Crawford from rising contenders.
Just, he was more prepared for my fight. If you watch him, he was winning the fight, and he gassed out.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He gassed out, and he said from, I don't know what type of sickness he had.
So condition-wise, he wasn't as prepared.
Yeah, that he had to pull out the first fight and come back. I don't know, but Vergil did good. He put a lot of pressure on him and, fought a good fight. But you could tell that, he didn't leave unscarred. You know, where you look at the faces of both fighters, you would have thought Vergil lost.
Oh, okay. I did hurt his hand. His knuckle was broken. I don't know if you've seen him. Like last couple of Vergil.
Yeah.
Ortiz, broke him, but he said he didn't know anyway. He didn't feel it throughout the fight.
It was a good fight. I thought Madrimov was doing too much moving.
Right.
You know, in the beginning rounds, which that was getting the rounds in the night, but at the same time, he was exerting too much energy.
How do you feel about when people say, because Eddie Hearn said it, a few people were saying it, that you moved up to 154 and you didn't have the success that you had in all these times. So they're thinking it's because of the weight. When I'm saying it's the style. Madrimov wasn't trying to commit as much, and you hurt him, he never hurt you.
Right.
So how do you feel about everybody saying that?
Well, I laugh. I won the fight. They making it seem like I lost.
Well, Eddie was like, no, I think that night in August, he was like, no, I don't know about that. I think, no, Eddie was, I believe Eddie was saying that.
Eddie was complaining about the scorecards, nobody said it.
Eddie was saying that it was closer than that. Maybe Madrimov could have won. Like, he was saying it. I think he was.
He tried to get you mad at Eddie.
No.
Terence Crawford's next big move is already set, as he prepares to face Carlos Adams on March 28th in Omaha, marking his official debut in the 160-pound division. Crawford has stated that he plans to remain at middleweight for 1 or 2 fights in pursuit of another world title, aiming to become a 3-division undisputed champion. Adams, known for his power and endurance, presents a tough first challenge for Crawford at this weight. While the matchup excites fans, it also raises questions about whether Crawford will ever return to 154 pounds to face rising stars like Vergil Ortiz or Terence Ennis. For now, his focus is on adapting to the new division and proving that his elite skill set can overcome naturally larger opponents. Analysts agree that a successful run at 160 would further cement Crawford's legacy among boxing's all-time greats.
Terence Crawford excites because they all understand that Terence Crawford can drop down to middleweight after defeating Canelo in September and becoming the undisputed super middleweight. Terence Crawford can now drop down to middleweight, 160, right? And become undisputed at 160 with 1 to 2 fights. 2 fights max, right? He'll be 39 years old in September. 2 fights Terence Crawford can become undisputed max at 160. He can fight Carlos Adames in March. And then he can fight the winner of Lara versus Genevieve in the summertime, August, right? And this gives Terence Crawford the history he needs to 1000% cement himself as, in my opinion. It's all opinionated, but this just cements Terence Crawford as top 5 greatest boxers in history, in my opinion. It cements him as top 5 greatest boxers in history, because this will make Terence Crawford a 6 division champion and 4 division undisputed champion. That's what that makes Terence Crawford. That's historic. That's absolutely historic. And if Terence Crawford can pull that off, becoming a 6 division champion and a 4 division undisputed champion, that's massive, right? In my opinion, those accomplishments in the fashion that Terence Crawford wins these fights, he's not just winning. When he beat Errol Spence for undisputed, he dominated and stopped Errol Spence in a manner not many people saw coming. When he fought Canelo Alvarez, he did exactly what I thought he was going to do: dominate that fight, make it look easy.
Vergil Ortiz has long shown interest in facing Terence Crawford, but rumors surfaced claiming the WBO had offered him the fight twice and that he declined both times. Ortiz later strongly denied those reports, clarifying that he never received any official offer. He stated that if the opportunity had been real, he would have accepted it instantly without hesitation. Frustrated by how quickly false information spread, Ortiz emphasized that neither he nor his team ever turned down a fight with Crawford. He expressed deep respect for Crawford's achievements, calling that matchup a career-defining challenge rather than something to avoid. His clarification helped dispel confusion among fans who believed he had ducked the fight. Ortiz concluded by saying that while timing and proper negotiations are important, his desire to face Crawford has always been genuine and unwavering.
A lot of people wanted to see that fight, you against Terence Crawford. You know,
Yeah.
when you was at welterweight, and obviously you couldn't stay at that weight class. But then he moved up. Was there ever a point where the Terence Crawford fight was a reality, like a real offer, like real negotiations going back and forth, or was it never that close?
It was never that close, man. So, you know, I know a lot of people say that the WBO president said that we turned on the fight. I never got an offer. I wouldn't have said no. I would not have. I wanted that fight so bad. I mean, I'm not the type of person to say, oh, I want to fight this guy and keep pushing it and then get the opportunity and say no. There are fighters like that. I'm not like that.
Yeah,
You know,
we believe that.
I would have said yes, but
What about your trainer, Robert? Have you ever had a conversation with him about the Terence Crawford fight?
more with my dad.
Okay.
More with my dad. You know, there were some days where he'd be like, you beat him if you fight like this, or if you fight like this, you don't beat him. So,
Oh, really? Your father
yeah,
really said
yeah, he
so?
would tell me. No, he tells me the truth. He tells me the truth. If you fight him like this, you beat him. Other days, you're not gonna beat him like this.
You know, you might not remember, but when we had our show, I believe it was called Sweet Scientist at the time with The Zone, and we had you on, and you were one of our first guests, and I asked you about Crawford, and you was like, nah, not yet, I'm not ready. You know, that was humble. No one really speaks like that. Now, you was ready for him maybe about 6 months later, but still, you were humble enough to say that. Do you remember that?
I don't.
You know,
No, I don't.
Hell no, you can't. Hey, you got him. What we thinking?
Jaron Boots Ennis, one of the top names at super welterweight, has also voiced his interest in facing Terence Crawford. However, he acknowledged that since Crawford's impressive victory over Canelo Alvarez, the veteran has become the face of boxing, meaning the decision about such a fight now lies in Crawford's hands. Ennis praised Crawford's accomplishments and skill, but made it clear he's ready whenever the opportunity arises. He explained that he doesn't chase fights out of desperation, yet recognizes that facing Crawford would be a chance to test himself against one of boxing's most complete technicians. Fans viewed Ennis's comments as both respectful and challenging, showing a balance between admiration and ambition. Following his most recent victory, Vergil Ortiz was joined in the ring by Ennis, where the two shared a brief but competitive exchange that immediately generated buzz about a potential matchup. Ennis, who currently holds the WBA super welterweight title, had previously hinted before his bout with Erickson Lubin that he wanted to face one of the sport's biggest names. Seeing Ortiz and Ennis share the ring reignited fan excitement for what could become one of boxing's premier showdowns in 2026. Their encounter highlighted not only the rising tension between the two contenders, but also their shared understanding of the importance of delivering the high-stakes fights fans truly want to see.
And I think this is one of the best American fights that can be made.
Sure.
And with all due respect to everyone else around the world, I think it has to be in America.
For sure.
Right?
Gotta be. It gotta be. I feel like you gotta do this one in the States because everybody wanna see it. Everybody go. I think it's a pay-per-view fight, and I think everybody will pay to see it, or everybody will come out to come see it wherever it's at, whether it's in Vegas, Madison Square Garden, wherever it's at.
What's your obviously you'd love it in Philly, but
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be Philly, right?
No, absolutely.
Okay,
It's
so-
not gonna be in Philly. Yeah.
So where is the ideal spot for it? What deserves to host this fight? Which venue in your opinion?
To me, either anywhere in Vegas, like a T-Mobile Arena,
T-Mobile, yeah.
or maybe or go old school MGM,
Oh man, I love the end.
or we can go Madison Square Garden. I
Okay.
think Madison Square Garden would be crazy as well. That'd be historic as well. So either one.
There aren't enough big fights at the big MSG.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the theater.
No, I'm
Theater's
talking about
cool.
the big one.
Yes,
I'm talking about
yes.
the big one. That's why I
Not
say I
enough
want
big
to.
fights.
I always wanted to fight the MSG anyway. So, I like how it looks in there. It's real. It's really
incredible.
nice. When they have fights and stuff in there. So, for me, it would be either the T-Mobile Arena or take it back can go old MGM, or we can do, Madison Square Garden.
Do you think he would say yes to MSG because that's kind of a home game for you, right? That's so close to Philly.
I mean, I feel like he has a deep fan base. I feel like all his fans and stuff will come. If it was to be a New York, I feel like they all will come. He got a good fan base. I got a good fan base. I feel like it'll make for a great fight. Who don't want to come to New York?
Oh my God. There was a time where MSG was holding all these big fights, and now I feel like, every couple of years we got Taylor Serrano. Prior to that, it was, Brooklyn's cool and all, but we got to go back to the Mecca. Mecca is the best. I would absolutely love that. In your perfect world as well, he fights November 8th.
Yep.
How soon could we get this fight? You obviously didn't get hurt in your fight, I would imagine, right? 72 seconds?
Yeah.
Unless something happened?
I mean, it depends on how his fight goes. If he's in a war, maybe we'll see. Maybe April, March, April. If not, if he make quick work of it, who knows? We could be back in there sooner. So it's all it's all up to how him right now, because he's the one that has a fight. Hopefully he doesn't get no cuts, no broken hands or anything hurt on him. So it's dependent on him at the moment.
The other two options, of course, Sebastian Fundora and I think Xander Zayas.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing is there is some interest from MSG to have you versus Xander Zayas at MSG. Are you hearing this as well?
I'm good, whatever. That's what I can't wait.
You want all these guys?
I'm really.
I like these options for you.
I'm really about to show y'all. Like, I'm about to run through these guys. I'm about to run through these guys and show y'all one by one. Like, this 154 really mine, and I'm gonna shut everybody up. I can't wait. I hear the little chatters and all the little.
What do you hear? What's bothering you? What are people saying?
It's just little.
They're
things.
questioning you.
They questioning, and it's cool, and I love it. They're not doing nothing but adding fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
And it's gonna make it worse each and every time for whoever steps in the ring with me.
Seeing what Terence did not that long ago, did that give you motivation? Because it feels like for the longest time people were questioning him, doubting him. He wasn't getting the big opportunities, the big fights. Do you see yourself in his journey a little bit as well?
I mean,
Former world champion Tim Bradley recently shared his doubts about a potential matchup between Vergil Ortiz and Jaron "Boots" Ennis. Bradley suggested that Ennis might hesitate to face Ortiz right now due to the high risk involved. He added that Ennis's team could be waiting for a bigger payday or a more favorable situation before accepting such a fight. Bradley's remarks quickly stirred debate among boxing fans, some arguing that Ennis would take the fight immediately, while others agreed it's wiser to let the hype build first. Regardless, his comments have fueled even more excitement and speculation around the growing rivalry between Ortiz and Ennis.
And then all of a sudden, you come up, you got that Benz now, you know what I'm saying? Back then they didn't want you, now you hot, they all on you. Yeah, this is one of them situations right here. Well, it's like, oh, back then you didn't want me, now I'm hot, now you all up on me. Man, did you see Boots, how he jumped up in the ring? I didn't know if that was Boots or Rick Ross. I was like, damn, is that Rick Ross in there? Like, all the jewelry he had on and everything. I'm like, who the hell is this dude? Is this the grown-up version of Boots? Because I ain't never seen all them chick chains all over, man, bleeding, blocka, bling, bling, and all up on his chest and everything. I ain't never seen that before. I'm like, this dude got a new persona. Is this the killer Boot? This is what we've been waiting on? Because I'm sitting there going, this is...
Promoter Eddie Hearn recently spoke candidly about the challenges surrounding a potential Vergil Ortiz versus Jaron "Boots" Ennis fight. He criticized the ongoing negotiations, explaining that both camps have made demands that complicate progress. According to Hearn, each side believes their fighter deserves the largest share. Ennis's team argues he's the superior boxer, while Ortiz's camp insists his record and fan appeal merit equal recognition. Hearn emphasized that although the matchup could be huge for boxing, business disagreements and scheduling conflicts continue to delay it. Interestingly, he suggested that arranging a fight between Crawford and Ortiz might currently be easier than securing Ortiz versus Ennis. His remarks highlighted just how complex major boxing negotiations can become, even when both fighters genuinely want the bout.
I thought it was a great performance. Vergil's a great fighter. This is not, there's nothing but respect from us, but we just know we win. And, it's not for us. Once you start hearing things like, we're the A side and we want 10 million and we want, what does Boots? It's like, what? Guys, Ortiz has never been a world champion. Great fighter. Boots has been world champion, he's been a unified champion, but neither of them are world champions now. They're just the top 2 fighters in the division. So if you truly believe that you're the best, make the fight, and it'll be really interesting to now see if they truly believe. Because the fight's there, the fight's done, the money's there, the pay-per-view's there. I mean, it's a massive fight, but you can find an excuse if you don't want to do it. So we'll see.
And obviously we saw the fighters face off, and you want the fight, the fighters clearly want the fight. And you mentioned the $10 million mark by Rick Merigian, I believe his name is, the manager of Vergil Ortiz. Do you see it as an obstacle? I mean, is it a real obstacle?
If you come out with things, I mean, look, if the fight...
Vergil Ortiz recently shared his thoughts on Terence Crawford's current weight situation, expressing doubt that the champion will ever return to 154 pounds. According to Ortiz, Crawford has now fully bulked up and adjusted his body to the higher weight divisions after moving up to face Canelo Alvarez and preparing for upcoming middleweight bouts. Ortiz acknowledged that Crawford's focus seems permanently shifted upward, making their potential matchup more difficult to arrange. Still, he made it clear he's not waiting around, emphasizing his intent to keep chasing big fights within his own division. Despite the challenges, Ortiz remains hopeful that timing and opportunity might one day align for a showdown with Crawford. The ongoing discussions involving Ortiz, Crawford, and Jaron "Boots" Ennis reflect how vibrant and competitive boxing's higher weight classes have become. Ortiz's confidence and relentless drive continue to fuel his rise, while Crawford's composure and calculated moves highlight the mindset of a seasoned champion who fully understands his value.
For you to fight at some point?
No, so he's not coming back to 154. I spoke to him. This is my first time saying on media. I spoke to him, and he's not going to come back to 154. He's going to fight his 2 last fights and retire. And you know what? I respect it because he's been undisputed at 140, at 147. Get your money and get out. I mean, what else do you have to prove? You know what I mean? So it's just like it's.
That's a wrap for today's video. Stay tuned for more updates. See you next time.